Welcome to Eagle Creek Publications. This video is designed to provide you with a better understanding of who we are, what we do, what we have accomplished, and what we plan to accomplish, particularly in the next 12 to 18 months as we partner with you. Hi, I'm Ben Keckler, Director of Chaplaincy at Hendricks Regional Health and author of the Express Yourself series. I've been working here at Hendricks Regional Health for about 6 years. We're filming on a rather gray day, but oftentimes those are the kind of stories I listen to. The gray stories of people's lives who are grieving and those who have cancer. Over the last 6 years, I've probably listened to hundreds of stories, and I'd like to invite you to come on into my workplace so that we can see how Eagle Creek Publications and Hendricks Regional Health are working together. So come on in. Cameras are here. Let's see what happens. The Express Yourself series of books is developed to help kids of every age deal with the tough travels in their life. True stories about kids, written for kids, to support them as they work on their lives.
Hi, I'm Lori Morrison. Back in January 2005, I was facing my second loss in 17 months. My husband Al died on our 16th wedding anniversary, and on his 16th birthday, my son Christopher was diagnosed with an inoperable brain tumor. Little did I know that asking Ben to think about what Chris's obituary might say would inspire him to write From Here to There. I think it sort of set him free to write many stories that will help so many other people. The second Express Yourself book tells one of our family stories, a story about the special relationship of Chris and Matilda, our golden retriever. It's a pretty accurate story of their unconditional love for one another. Try to imagine how my two sons and I felt when my friend Matilda won an IPPY honorable mention.
Hi, I'm Melissa, and these are my parents, Nevin and Jan. I was pretty lonely after my older sister died. I still am, only in a much healthier way. It's a feeling I always have. When you read and study the book Incredibly Lonely, That's Me, you will see it is a feeling that doesn't always have to be dark.
Losing a child is the worst possible event to happen to parents. We still struggle with our loss 30 months later, which we have learned is normal. We continue to learn about grieving, even today, as we share a few words with you.
Each of us is finding our own way through this land of grief and loss, knowing others can be helped. Melissa's and our story helps to shine a light into the world, and we loved Laura too much to live in the dark.
The families whose difficult stories are told and who are offering rainbows of hope to others is just one part of our Eagle Creek team. I'm Cheryl, the voice of Eagle Creek when you call in, the editor of copy, the photographer, the manager of our growing product line, and the behind-the-scenes person when we take the Eagle Creek message on the road to schools, libraries, churches, to conferences, hospitals, hospice organizations, and to bookstores.
Getting 3 gifted people to collaboratively work on and finish a project can be a real challenge. Yet, here we are. 3 projects, and we're still together.
Hi, I'm Diana Bernard, Creative Director for Eagle Creek. I'm so touched by the people these books are based on that the creative process begins very early. Besides the main characters, every story has elements with special meaning. As Green Hills of Ireland and Stones and Stars, I try to have fun as I create a balance for the elements of the story and the emotions of Ben's words. Here's a sample of how I visualize a book before it goes to our illustrator, who really brings the ideas to life.
One of the most challenging illustrations that I've done was for From Here to There, where I had to not only create a stone wall that looked like a roller coaster, but also a giant question mark when Chris asked, "Is it part of my journey from here to there?" And if you look at the next to the last page where the boy has vanished and you turn the book slightly on its side, you'll see a very subtle question mark that reinforces the line, "There never was an end in sight."
Eagle Creek Publications is now preparing A Confuzzled Christmas with plans for a 2008 release. It will shift from a true story about a particular person to presenting a more global story of grieving families during the holidays. Here is a little excerpt. Have you ever wondered if an evergreen might dream about how it might fit in an elaborate Christmas scheme? Have you ever wondered about the differences between a Scotch pine and a Douglas fir? Or wondered if there could be real feelings inside a blue spruce or even a juniper? In the plans are a number of additional stories of people determined to work through their emotions surrounding grief, loss, and transition. Some titles to await: 1 Life, 2 Lives, 3 Lives, 4. A story of a successful bodybuilder whose family made decisions about organ and tissue donation. Twitchy, a story of a teenager's battle with cancer as told through the eyes of her brother's pet fish. The list is growing with stories about bullying and suicide, sleep deprivation, self-blame, and so much more. Thanks for taking some time to get to know a little bit of the Eagle Creek Publications story and to hear our dreams for making personal lives a bit more peaceful. Visit our website and learn even more. For now, the closing lines from A Confuzzled Christmas. Before the soil froze, they took me outside to live in a hole they dug much earlier, letting me continue to give lessons to help my world become a peaceful place, where feelings are explored and given lots of time and space for healing and growing and becoming the me we know we are. So take care of your roots.